Bible to give you a solution. But right now, today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's high time you wake out of sleep. Christianity is a damn fraud. Christianity is a curse to our people.
This is reality. That's right. This is reality. We're going to show you why. You have destroyed yourself, bro. So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you. We're warning you.
Well, have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhood? Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord will bring us back into Egypt. Earlier you said we put to what Egypt was. What is the word Egypt means?
It is.
No.
Change the lens, but
No.
But they still need a camera for the lens.
Okay, go back to Egypt. We gotta take this slow one. We'll make sure he understands.
I ain't know.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
God brought us, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt. Why?
From the house of bondage.
Egypt is the house of bondage. What's another word for bondage?
It might do that.
Slavery. So when we're in Egypt, we're slave. So Egypt means slavery according to God's words. Okay? Go back to Deuteronomy 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
So God will bring you back into Egypt, slavery, with again,
with ships.
with what?
With ships.
How did we get to Haiti? By boat. You understand what ship mean? It mean boat. Did not all people come from the Africans to Haiti on slave ship? That's talking about us. Right. That's our history in the Bible.
Right.
Hey, what happened to us when we got to Haiti? This forced us to work as what? As slave. I'm going to show you something. Really.
By the way, I spake unto thee.
What's it say? Just like I said it's going to happen, you're going to go to slavery on slave ship. You're going to be scattered throughout the whole world on slave ship. Just like I said it's happened, that's the way it's going to happen. Because God was speaking this word. And we know God don't lie. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We never see no homeland again. Have we ever went back to our homeland, Jerusalem? No. So the people over there are not us.
Right.
The people over there are not the people of the book. They don't belong there.
Right.
That's why they call themselves Jewish. What does ish mean? Paternity. They trying to be like us, but they can never be us.
Right.
That's why they call themselves Jewish. You don't find Jewish in the Bible. You find Jews.
Right.
You find Israelites.
Right.
Pay attention. Wait.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
The people that put us on slave ship and sold us on auction blocks, God called them our enemy.
Right.
The white men, the same Jewish men in Jerusalem right now today, the French men, God called them your enemies.
Right. Right.
So there's no equality, bro.
Right.
There is no equality.
For bondman,
For slave men, because that's how we were sold. For slave men
and bondwoman,
and slave women. Read.
and no man shall buy you.
Verse 29. And no man shall buy us. What that mean? Do you know what I mean? But you are gonna sold. I'm gonna put you on slave ship. You're gonna go to another land and you're gonna be sold. Where we being sold? They sold us as a people. Let's go to Vanu. No. Sell. They sold you as a slave man. But did that happen? So what does it mean by no man shall buy you? No man would redeem you because you could buy a slave out of slavery. You could buy a slave out of slavery. God said no man would buy you. I'm going to show you why I say that. Verse 29.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness.
The Bible said the real Jews, the so-called black Hispanics and the Indian, we will be groped at noonday. We'll be trying to feel our way to get out of oppression.
Right.
We'll be trying to feel our way to get out of oppression.
Right.
Out of the captivity that we are in.
Right.
But God says we're going to do it just like a blind man. Because a blind man can see. He don't know where he going. He don't know what's around him. God said we will do the same thing. we have been going to Christianity, Seventh-day Adventists, Muslim, because we never belonged in these religions. Wait.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Whatever we try to do to get out of slavery, oppression, we will not prosper.
Right.
We got for so-called African American, we got Martin Luther King Hitler. For you, so-called Haitian, you got Toussaint Louverture Hitler. But we are still slaves.
Right.
Really?
And thou shalt be only oppressed.
Only open. That's what I mean. No man will buy you. Really?
And spoil evermore. And no man shall save thee.
No man will buy you. No man will save you. It's the same thing.
Right.
But again, let's go back to 64. Let me show you something. I miss a thing.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
By way of slave-ship, right? By way of slave-ship, right?
From the one end of the earth.
They took us from the south, West Coast Africa to Haiti, over to Germany, Japan, everywhere. By way of slave-ship, right?
Even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Once we get up from those slave ships, we are going to serve other gods. The sign. We are going to serve other gods. And he's going to explain to you what kind of gods we're going to serve.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Because our fathers are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, Jeremiah, Daniel, Ezekiel.
Right.
They never knew his Christianity.
That's right.
We're going to prove it to you, really.
Even wood.
Even what?
Even wood.
And the churches, what does the wood represent? Because God said the wood there is a God. But what does the wood represent in the churches?
No.
The wood. The cross, what does it make out? Yeah, what did he die on? Okay, so the cross is not a God for you to serve. It's another God that was put to you on slavery. What are that? See right there? This is a cross right there. That's the wood that we are serving as a curse. This is what they did to us so-called Native American brothers. They put the cross in front of them and say, if you don't bow down to this cross, guess what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to kill you. You see this dude right over here? You see what's going on with our people? They are being killed if they decided not to serve the cross.
Right.
You see this right there? They are about to burn them alive.
Right.
Because they decided not to serve the cross. Because they understood all people are not supposed to be serving no Christianity.
Right.
And Seventh-day Adventists is a part of it. Read.
And stone.
And stone, that's the Muslim. There are two biggest religions on the planet. That's Muslim, Islam, and Christianity. And you find our people flood to this religion. We are not supposed to be under because God requires us to keep his law.
Right.
And none of his law was you gotta serve a stone or a cross. So being a Seventh-day Adventist, you have been deceived. Real quick, let me show you something. When we got to Haiti, right? Give me is that said on that? Okay, give me verse 30. When we got to Haiti, you ever heard of niggers? Y'all could put this on down. You ever heard of niggers? Huh? So, what is that about? Niggers. Okay, so what were they doing to our wives in slavery? To our wives in slavery, what? They raped them. We're going to prove the same thing to you in the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
Betroth means to engage to. You shall have a wife, engage to a wife, read.
And another man shall lie with her.
That happened to us in slavery. When we have wives, the slave master will come and rape our wife.
Right.
That's our history in the Bible. Proving to you that we are not just, we're not Negroes. Because this was speaking to the Israelites. It happened to us. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 30. Wait.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
When we were in hard bondage slavery, we were building houses. The nice houses, masters stay in them. The slave masters stayed in them.
Right.
They usually white. The White House over there right now, we built it.
Right.
But all people are not living in there. We're not ruling it. The White House that was in Haiti, we built it. But all people was not living it. They put a president there, but the people that was, they put a president there, but America was the one ruling. Understand that? Real quick, what was happening to our sons and daughters? Because we used to have They took them from us. Do you think we could find out in the Bible? Okay, let's move it.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Was not our son and daughters being given to other people? You see this right here? What is it? Yeah, that. See this right here? That's a mother and a husband, a family. They have their kids with them. This is a slave master. He about to sold their son to these people right here. That happened to us. And these are not drawn, these are actual pictures, man. That happened to us in slavery. And the Bible said this will happen to the real Jews.
Right.
This did not happen to the people in Jerusalem.
Right.
It happened to us.
Right.
So God will let us know, that tell us, that prove us that we are the people of the book.
Right.
We are the Israelites.
Right.
That's who you are, if you know you so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Right.
Go ahead, put the sign down. Yeah, go ahead. What's your question? I'll wait for it. I want to hear it. Yes, we will when Christ come back.
Right. Right.
Because the people of the land are not there. We don't belong over here. We belong in our homeland. So guess what? We got to go back. Wait, give me verse 48. We're going to answer a question, but give me verse 48. Deuteronomy 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Because we don't want to keep God's law, God says you will serve your enemy. Because we don't want to serve God for everything that we want, food, water, clothing, our own government, because we don't want to serve God for that, now we are serving our enemy. The people that we are serving, who we work for, they are our enemy. They're not your friend. So they can be like us if they are friends. There's no quality between the two of us.
Right.
Really?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent them against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
God sent the white man, the Arab, the Chinese upon the so-called black for breaking his law.
Right.
God sent them against you for breaking his law. Really?
And hunger.
And hunger. Because you will Haiti, we eat all that rice. If you need that rice, where do you go? If you want to eat, where do you go? Yes, you go to work. But if you go to work to work so you can eat, right? Okay, but then when you get the money, where do you go to buy the food? Okay, the Walmart will be the place where you go buy the food. The Walgreens. And who own those Walgreens? Huh? White folks. They're not your people. God said you're gonna serve them for food. That's why they can feed you plastic rice. Your enemy have two different minds. They sold us in Haiti plastic rice. That's not a good thing, man. That's gonna destroy your inside. They do that to you because they're your enemy. You wanna live, but they wanna kill you because they're your enemy. Right?
And thirst.
And then thirst. If you want some water, where you go to get it? To walk. Okay. So if you have some, if you need some water, brother, where do you go to get it? What a G. To Walmart. And who own those Walmarts? White folks. What do God call them? Our enemy. So if they are our enemy, brother, obviously we cannot be the same people.
That's what.
Really?
And nakedness.
And nakedness. The clothes that you have on your back, clothes that I have on my back. The raw textile, the toile, the material to make the clothes, we don't make that. We have to get it from our enemy. We got to buy it from our enemy. Really?
And one of all things.
Whatever you think you need, even in education, how to serve God, you got to go to them. They're your enemies. They're not going to teach you the truth about yourself. You know what they're going to do? They're going to call you Gentile, and they're going to tell you your God looks just like them. Which is a lie. Can we find this in the Bible? Okay? If we cannot find this in the Bible, what can we find? If in the Bible, Jesus Christ is not a black man, if in the Bible, Jesus Christ is not a white man, is he a black man? Okay, well, let's prove it.
Right.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Brother Jean, Brother G, we are here to prove to you that what Christ looked like. Okay? Wait.
which God gave unto him,
God gave these to him to show to the what?
to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
And which must shortly come to pass. Okay, so now we already asked you, we cannot find this in the Bible, right? And you say we can find a black Jesus in the Bible. Let's prove that, okay? Let's prove that Christ looked just like you. Verse 14.
Verse 14, his head and his hairs
Jesus Christ's head and his hairs.
were white like wool.
What color is wool? I mean, what texture is wool? Crepey. Like woolly is what you find on ships. Ship here, crepey. Hey, you see over here, this man have woolly hair. This man don't. So that's one lie your enemy taught you in Christianity. Because the Seventh-day Adventists did not teach you that your God, Jesus Christ, is a black man. They're telling you he's a white man. That's a lie. We are here for you, showing you who you are in the Bible, that you are better than those people. That you and them have no equality. You are above them.
Right.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It says his eyes were as a flame of fire. Who has wet eyes on the earth? Black people. So say Christ's eyes was like a flame of fire because he drank wine in moderation. Really?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Like I'm looking at your feet right now. It said Christ's feet is like unto fine brass. What color is brass? No, it's brown. Brown. So your feet is the same color as your body, right? Okay, so if your feet is brown, the rest of your body will be brown. Okay, let's see how brown Christ was.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Jesus Christ was so black, it looks like they burned him in a furnace. So Jesus Christ is not a white man, but a black man. Why? Because the Bible says so, and he looked like us. You understand? Do you have any other question, brother? Oh, yeah, you have a question. Yes, and I said when Christ come back, you got what I want.
Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
So God said he will have mercy on Jacob. Jacob is the forefather of the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That makes us the Israelite. Jacob is your forefather. Read.
And will yet choose Israel.
Will have mercy upon us by choosing us again. After everything that we did, all the sin that we have committed, God said he will choose us again. Only us. Read.
And set them in their own land.
You know where?
And set them in their own land.
Where is our land? Jerusalem.
That's
So
right.
God is the one that's gonna do this thing.
Right.
But we can the only way for us to get there is by repentance.
Right.
We will start keeping God's laws.
Right.
Okay, that's it on that. Read it again.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
The strangers shall be joined with them. The other people, the strangers is what God called them, shall be joined with them. Read.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They're gonna come to us. Let's see how.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
We're gonna take them. Read.
And the house of Israel
We're gonna bring them to our house. Read.
shall possess.
We're gonna possess them. If I possess something, what does that mean? Is it? It's mine. So God said we're gonna take these people and we're gonna make them ours. Read.
And the house of Israel shall possess them, and the land of the Lord for servants.
For what?
For servants.
They're gonna be there as our servants. So they will. A servant is not equal to the master. So there is no equality. We're gonna be on our own land when Christ come back. But first we gotta keep God's law and get there. Because when we get there, people are gonna be serving us.
Right.
Just like we are serving them for everything right now. They're gonna be serving us. Read.
And handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
We're gonna take them captives because right now we are their captives.
Right.
We're gonna take them as slaves. Read.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
We're gonna rule over our oppressor.
That's right.
Who's That's Isaiah 14 verse 1. Who's oppressing us right now? What does the word oppress mean? Yo, they're pushing you down. They're killing you? Who's the one that to us today? The white folks, the other nation, the Chinese, every other nation are your oppressors. They're your enemy.
Right.
You understand? So God says we're gonna take them captives. Those captives we were, and we are oppressors, just like they're doing to us today. Okay? Real quick, keep reading.
And it shall come to pass, in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
We're gonna get rest. Believe it or not, we are gonna get rest.
That's right.
The black men in America have never got his rest.
Right.
The Hispanic men in America, throughout the whole world, the Native Indian men, we have never gotten our rest.
Right.
It's been 500 something years, we are still being oppressed.
Right.
So we are not rested right now. And it's a good thing that we're not rested because we're not brought here to rest. We're coming to repent and go back to our homeland.
That's right.
We can only do that if we leave the Christian church.
Right.
If we leave those religions that were put upon us in slavery.
Right.
If we come back to our true nationality and know that we're not Negroes,
right.
we're not Hispanics,
right.
we're not Native Indians,
right.
but we are the chosen people of God.
That's
we are
right.
the Israelites.
That's
what
right.
God called. That's the only time we're going to be rest. Well, you got another question?
Okay, you said like, if we live in Christianity,
Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something. Because if you leave something, we gotta replace it by something else, right? You gotta understand. Do it 10 and 12. Yes. Give me Psalm 78 verse 5, and then give me the Deuteronomy 25. So, see, if we leave the Christian church, we are people that love to serve God. We must serve God the right way because Christianity is not the right way to serve God. But they teach you Gentile. They teach you nobody. So while we about to do that, we about to show you what we got to do. Wait.
Psalm chapter 78 verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob.
That's talking about God. He said he established a testimony in Jacob. He gave Jacob something. Jacob is the so-called black Hispanics and Native Indians because he's our forefather.
Right.
With the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
And appointed a law.
What?
And appointed a law.
Appointed a law. A law is what God gives. The laws in this Bible is what, in the Bible is what God gave us. God never gave us Christianity.
Right.
Because that is not being taught, God's laws are not being taught in Christianity.
Right.
Really?
And Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children.
So God's laws, God gave them to our fathers to make known unto us. So give me Jeremiah 17 verse 4. Through our slavery, the black men, the Hispanic men, you, my brother, we have been destroyed. Forget about God's law.
Right.
But God's laws were given to us. We were never meant to be in Christianity.
Right.
Christianity is a drug. And being a drug is not good. God's law is what's good for us. That's the thing that we got to come back to. Wait.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
So we come over to show you why we are in Christianity today.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
We have discontinued from our heritage.
Right.
What is our heritage? What's our heritage? Do you know? Give me heritage and give me Colossians. What's an heritage, brother? Okay, what you think it means? Okay, well, that's true. Something your parents left for you or supposed to leave for you. Like we just read, that God gave our forefathers a law to teach us. So our heritage will be the laws of God.
Right.
And we're going to prove it because you need the answer today. We got to leave the Christian church ASAP, as soon as we can. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life.
Beside this, God gave us knowledge and the law of life. Read.
For an heritage.
Wait, what?
For an heritage.
So our heritage that we are destroyed for, we have discontinued for, we have stopped from, is the laws of God.
That's right.
Because that's what God gave us.
Right.
And God's laws not being taught in the Christian church.
Right.
Nowhere in the Bible do you find about Jesus Christ looking like a white man.
Right.
But you find him looking like you find him being a black man because that's who he is.
Right.
He looks just like you.
Right.
That's not being taught in the Christian church. With your heritage come with what your forefathers look like.
Right.
They are black. Everyone in the Bible are black because the Bible was made only for the so-called black Hispanics and Native Indians. Give me Colossians 2, verse 8, right?
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you.
See that? We are the Lord to beware lest any man spoil you. Who's the man that spoiled the so-called black man? The white man, he spoiled us by what? Christianity, his doctrine, real?
Through philosophy.
Through philosophy. He come together and be like, you know what? If we give them a white Jesus, if we give them Christianity, they're gonna be destroyed for real. Christ told us to beware of that thing, really?
And vain deceit.
Vain deceit. Because this have not benefit us anyway. He have not done anything for us, but made us hate each other. He have made us think that we equal to every nation. That's a vain deceit.
Right.
We are above every nation. That's what God says. Really?
After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
You don't teach you Christ in these churches. This is why you got to leave. They teach you their own mind, and their own mind is to destroy you. That's what your enemy did too. Remember, earlier we read that we scattered throughout the whole world, and from there we serving other gods. So again, my brother, the Christian church is not for you. Right. Christianity is not for the so-called black man. Right. It is not for the Hispanic man.
Right.
It is not for the so-called Native Indian man.
Right.
Because we are the Israelites, and God's laws are required of us. Let me show you that. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
And now Israel. But you are an Israelite from what tribe? From the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
So it said, and now Israel. But a G from the tribe of Levi. Read.
What doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So it said, what do the Lord God requires of us? Because God requires something of us. Believe it or not, we can't do whatever we want. God requires something of us because He's our Father. The Father requires something from His kids, right? What do you think God requires of us?
Obedience to His law.
Say what?
To observe His law.
To observe His law, to do His law. Okay, but we're gonna go through it with it.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
God requires us to fear Him. Read.
To walk in all His ways.
He requires us to walk in all His ways. We're going to prove to you what all those things mean, really.
And to love Him.
God requires us to love Him, really.
And to serve the Lord thy God.
So He requires us to fear Him, love Him, and walk in all His ways. He's going to prove to us what does that mean, really.
With all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's what God requires of us. We must be keeping God's commandments. Right. That's it. That's the only way we're going to get out of this oppression. Right. That's the only way we're going to clean out our neighborhood. Because a lot of time we think, if we go to the Christian church, we give him our tithe and the money, we're going to be good. But that have not benefited us anyway. Understand that. So let me ask something. Do you think we should be paying tithe? Because I know the Seventh-day Church, they pay tithe, don't they? Do you think we should be doing that today? You say what?
The last book of the
Malachi.
Malachi says we're supposed to stop robbing God.
Malachi 2.
We're supposed to stop robbing.
Okay, what does it by robbing God?
Because we don't pay tithe.
We don't pay tithe. We don't pay what?
Because we don't pay tithe.
Okay, let's go to the history of paying tithe and see what that is, okay? So that way we know whether we're robbing God or not. But that's a lie they teach you. Just like they taught you Haitian, but you're not Haitian. They tell you you have to pay tithe, not even knowing what that meant. And we follow it. That's what the Christian church teaches us. Deuteronomy 14, verse 2.
Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all in the increase of thy seed.
Do that again.
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
We have to tithe all the increase of our seed. What's the seed?
What we produce.
Yeah, what we produce. So what is that? Okay, a seed is what you plant. What come from a seed? Huh? Fruit. So it said, thou shalt surely tithe all the increase of thy seed, your fruit, not your money. Really?
that the field bringeth forth year by year.
The field is what bringing that food up. God said we gotta tie that thing. But right now we don't have no farm. You understand? Really?
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God, and the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
And that's Jerusalem. We're not even in our home. In order for it to tie, we gotta go take that seed and go to Jerusalem. We can't do that today. We're gonna keep with it.
The tithe of thy corn.
The tithe of thy corn, my ye. Really?
Of thy wine.
The what?
Of thy wine.
We got a tithe of our wine or drinks, really?
And of thine oil.
Of our oil, that's what the tithe is, going over time.
And the firstlings of thy herds and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
See that? Tithe was never money. It was the thing that would go out of the earth.
Right.
The thing that we get from a farm.
Right.
But they give you Malachi 3 and 16, Malachi 3 and 8. Yeah, that's what it is. They give you Malachi 3 and 8 and says, you robbing God. How are you robbing God? You can't rob God. What we were not doing, we were not tithing on corn and crops to the Levites. Because they had no inheritance. We had to tithe them so they could eat. They could feed their poor. We're not doing that today. We're not supposed to do that today because there's no longer high priest. Christ is the only high priest we got. Let me show you something. Give me Malachi 3 and 8. That's what I want. Yeah.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 8. Will a man rob God?
That's what you want. Will a man rob God? Because they read that before the pastor shows up. Read.
Yet ye have robbed me.
Say, we rob the Lord. God is in heaven. How we rob them? Read.
But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee, and tithe and offerings? Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me.
So he say, you rob the Lord in tithe and offering, and all people like, damn, we don't want to be cursed. Even though we work in 80 hours a week and still not able to put food on our table, we don't want to rob God. Let's pay your 10%. Let's do that. Let's see what God meant by that, right?
Even this whole nation bring ye all the time into the storehouse.
To the storehouse where you store your food. Why they did that for? Because some of our people was poor. They need food. So the tithe, the corn the crops that we tithed was for them. Right. We're not doing that today. They take your 10% and you know what they do to it? They buy $1 million jets.
Right.
They buy mansions. I know exactly this. The so-called Haitian pastor, you know what they do? They buy a couple Benz. And you taking the bus to the church. Really.
That there may be meat in mine house.
There may be what?
That there may be meat in my house.
That is the reason why we're tired, so there may be food in God's house for the Levite and the poor among us to eat. They're not doing that in churches.
And prove me now herewith, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven.
If I will not open the windows of heaven. Oh, wow. What come out of heaven?
Rain.
Huh? Rain. So the rain come out of heaven for what? To do what? To grow their food. So that is talking about corn. We're not doing that today. We can't do that today. That's the law when we have priests. We no longer have priests. Read verse 11, I think. Yeah, go back and finish that. Where you at?
And pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it.
The blessing was, I'm going to bring rain upon your land, and there will not be room enough for you to receive what? All the crops that are going to grow from raining. Understand that? The crops that the rainfall on the rainfall on your farm, you grow crops, a lot of them. So God said, if you tie the corn, the crops, there will be you will have so much crops that there will not be any room for you to put them. Read.
And I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground.
The fruits of your ground was what the rain was for. So tithe was never money. Right. Never money. So the Christian church, guess what they doing? They're robbing you. That's what they doing.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcast, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.